Morning, everybody. John Ponick with the Mojave Valley Daily News. This is our daily dose for Monday, July 12th.
Happy Monday.
Well,
Yeah,
you know my Monday hasn't started very well, but
little rough for you.
let's move on.
Okay.
The Daily Dose is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. The Tri-State Radiology Center is the River City's premier independent imaging facility, offering both digital X-ray and open MRI services. Call them today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. And remember, at Tri-State Radiology Center, your image means the world to us. All right. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's dig in. We got a few breaking news stories. Let's start with. First of all, Jeff, the breaking news is brought to you by New Image Primary Care. Now scheduling appointments within 7 days. Call them today for an appointment at 928-299-2588. So, Jeff was out early this morning. Good morning.
Not that early.
Monique.
But it was
David.
early.
The 800 block of Church Street, there is a shooting. There is one dead. Suspect is in custody. We're getting reports that it was a family altercation, but we were going to get some more information on it, and we'll have it for you. But, one dead early this morning. So we have that. Then we have man gets 8 years in meth bust. This is Israel Telez Nava. He was convicted of transportation of dangerous drugs for sale. He was sentenced to 8 years in prison after he was arrested with more than 40 pounds of meth. No, that's not him. That's the other guy.
Okay, so
No.
that's not the right guy.
No,
I got
we'll
him.
get to him.
I got him. I'm bringing him up right now.
So he was pulled over on I-40 in November of 2019. He had 43 pounds of meth with a street value of $1.9 million. They said that he was being muscled by the cartel, and he actually fears now that he's going to be in trouble.
That him, John?
That is him.
Okay.
That he's going to be in trouble with the cartel because obviously they seized the 43 pounds of meth. So he got 8 years in prison. They kind of acknowledged the fact that he was being bullied by the cartel, but also said 43 pounds of meth called for a substantial prison sentence. I don't know that 8 years I would call that substantial.
Not really.
But okay. I mean, it's $2 million. Now, let's go to the other guy.
Okay, the first
might be the best
mugshot
that I've ever seen, yes. This is 30-year-old Scott John Earl Whitaker. He was charged with felony theft, control of stolen property. On July 2nd, I can't even look at the picture. On July 2nd, police were on patrol near Roosevelt Street and Carver Road up in Kingman when they saw a guy driving a quad on the roadway that had there was no license plate. They followed him into a driveway of a residence. They approached him, and then it found out that they checked the VIN number on the quad, and it had been reported stolen. So he was arrested. I just had to bring this up because of that headshot.
I know.
That is the best.
I thought you were going to do that first because it was such a
because it is the best. Yeah. No, save the best for last.
For last, okay.
All right, and then also you got some footage from the accident late Saturday night with the rollover truck.
I do.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Let me get to it. I didn't know we were going to go right to that one just yet, but here we go. We got it. We're ready. This was a rollover accident, Aztec. A truck towing a boat was struck by a vehicle that had ran a red light and hit the boat trailer. The boat trailer swung around and caused the truck to tip over. So, yeah, it was quite an accident down there.
That's a couple of rollovers in a couple of days that we've had there, so pretty ugly. But the boat survived just fine.
The boat did. I think that they may even got in the water the weekend. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, they would have had a hard time pushing it down to the water from there.
Well, yeah, they don't have a trailer. The trailer was toast. Yeah. You're right.
All right, so let's get back into our recap for Monday. Our top story here was Tough Tutor Keeps Smiling. This is a young lady, Alyssa Tudor. We did a story on her 13 years ago. She had been diagnosed with neuroblastoma, which was a cancer. It was wrapped around her spine. It severed her spine. It cut off all the blood and oxygen and everything. And so she's been paralyzed since then, but that has not stopped her. It's a great story about how some of the things that she's had to overcome. And she is a gymkhana racer, I guess you'd call it. She races horses. Even with her not being able to grip, because everything from the waist down she can't feel or use. So it's a neat story on some of the things
Great
that
story.
she.
Yep.
Thank you, Amy. Some of the things that she's had to overcome. So it's pretty inspirational, and I love that her mom in here talks about it. Anytime that she is having a bad day, she kind of thinks about what her daughters had to go through for the last 13 years,
Yeah.
and says,
Life's not that bad.
maybe I'm not having that bad of a day after
right.
all. All right, hospital COVID case rise due to vaccine reluctance. It's a story we have here about the hospital they're talking about is KRMC up in Kingman. Denise Burley, the county health director, public health director, has said that they have seen an 80% increase in COVID cases. And of those, I think it said 93% over the past 30 days, 93% of them were either unvaccinated or not fully vaccinated. So they're just saying that, yeah, the numbers are up, but the people that are coming in are, for the most part, unvaccinated or not fully vaccinated. And by fully vaccinated, they mean they either had the first shot and didn't have the second, or they had the second shot, but they haven't been through the 2 weeks afterwards to let it take hold. They said 24 patients currently are hospitalized at KRMC for COVID, with 8 of them in ICU. During the month of June, they averaged 5 people in ICU. So it's up. It's up significantly. They got some numbers in here from the Arizona Department of Health talking about where we're at. Statewide, we're a little bit over 50% of people have been vaccinated. In our county, we're at 34%. So we are not interested in getting the vaccine, and I think we're paying the price for that. So that's the way it sounds anyway. We have a Lake Havasu teen charged with murder. 1:20 in the morning on Saturday, Damon Pettitan was allegedly shot by Carter Beckwith. So he was shot and killed. Beckwith was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. So that was in the 2300 block of Alpine Lane down in Lake Havasu. So it seems to be getting weirder and weirder out there. Before we get to sports, I got a couple of things here. The county is offering free CERT training. If you're not familiar with CERT, it's Community Emergency Response Team. It's a nationwide program, but it was started here back in 1997, after Hurricane Nora remnants had come through here and caused a lot of damage. They put together the CERT program here, and it's just citizens that are working on preparedness for hazards. Could be fire, could be light search and rescue. We have a search and rescue team helping with disaster relief, those kinds of things. So if you're interested, you can contact the Department of Risk and Emergency Management by email. That's mike.browning@mojavecounty.us, or you can call 928-753-0739. So that's good. That's a great program. That's sports. All right. Should we go to sports?
Let's go to sports.
We got some cool things on in sports.
All right.
First, we have this story on Amber Maish. Amber is the assistant athletic director over at Mojave High School. She's also the president of the Bullhead City Firebirds. Kind of an in-depth story Jim put together on her, and talking quite a bit about her growing up in our community, graduating from Mojave High School, and then ending up in this position. She's Amanda Amon's assistant there. Amanda is the athletic director, but she's also the president of the Firebirds. So just a lot of interesting facts about her. Some quotes from people that are working with her. We got Shane Pollock, who's assistant for Firebirds and Thunderbirds football, talking about her. He says, behind every sports team, there's someone who is working just as hard as players and coaches to make everything happen, and that person has been Amber the last few years. Without Amber, we could not have accomplished all that we have. So, hardworking young lady over there at Mojave High School, and it's a really interesting story about her. The Busch boys were at it. Jeff?
Again?
Yes. So first of all, Kyle Busch.
Let's hear about it.
Kyle Busch won on Saturday at the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
The Infinity Series.
He won the Infinity Series, 5 for 5.
Hey, he's smoking hot right now.
Yeah. He says he's not going to race the Xfinity anymore, although he left the door open, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So
They always say that.
You know, it's a nice roll. I won 5 out of the last 5. I'm out. Drop the mic and leave. But then on Sunday, his brother, Kurt,
stepped up.
Yeah, and he won the NASCAR race. So it's kind of interesting. He passed his brother, Kyle, with 24 laps left, and he won.
Went on to win.
Yeah, I think that was the highlight. He just wanted to beat him.
I'll tell you what, they must have a proud dad.
Yeah.
You know?
Those guys are pretty good at racing.
You think?
Yeah, I think that should
right out of Las Vegas too.
I think that should bump him into the championship now because he was only like 2 points behind the leader.
Yeah, he's right up there now for sure. Definitely.
All right, let's do Today in History.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of a lighthearted Today in History. In 1960. The Etch-a-Sketch magic screen drawing toy was invented by French electrician Andres Cassanes.
I'm not going to lie, I had one. Mike?
Everybody had one. Didn't everybody have an Etch-a-Sketch?
Everybody had an Etch-a-Sketch.
If you didn't have an Etch-a-Sketch, you were just not hit, period.
Well, if you didn't have one, you knew someone who had one.
Yeah.
You just go over to their house and play with it.
I never was able to master that thing, though.
Everybody had access to an Etch-a-Sketch.
You just go do the line, just keep doing lines. And
I think that took
very few people mastered it because that was something that you had to have an extreme amount of talent
and patience
in that art form to be able to really create more than just lines going different ways.
Yeah,
I was a line going different ways type person.
I think most people were.
I didn't have the patience for it. I would get frustrated and just shake it out. Yes, Pam, I forgot to mention the Milwaukee Bucks won last night.
Gosh.
They won by 20 over the Suns. It was never close. Giannis scored 41 and I think 13 boards. He was the first person to have doubles with 2 40-point games in the finals. I think there's one other person, but it's been 100 years, so. Loved Etch-a-Sketch.
I know they'll shake and start over.
Yeah. And then eventually just shake and put it away. All right, weather.
Okay.
Weather's brought to you by Living Waters Hospice, your hometown hospice. Together we can make a difference. It's cooling off.
Really?
Yeah.
Could have fooled me.
Only 119 today.
Oh.
It's supposed to get a little gusty this afternoon. Then 116 on Tuesday, 112 on Wednesday, 114 both Thursday and Friday. I don't see. Oh, there's a couple of clouds Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, I see that.
But, we could really use a good drenching of rain.
Yeah, that just brings a bunch of humidity.
Yeah, Pam, I think you're right. I think it was Shaq. So they will be back at it again tomorrow night, trying to even the series. So we'll see what happens. Go Bucks. All right, everybody. That should do it. Thank you for joining us. Remember, this is brought to you by the Tri-State Radiology Center. The Tri-State Radiology Center offers same or next day appointments, and they accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal. They have a wide-open MRI and offer digital x-rays with your reports ready in 24 hours. Call them today for an appointment at 928-460-7226. Don't forget, we're still we haven't nailed down a giveaway this week. So if you're a business out there that wants to give
away a prize.
give away a prize,
Yeah.
yes, please get a hold of us. Remember, if you are a watcher, we're asking that you put "I'm a fan of the Daily Dose" in the comments.
Share it.
Then like it and share it,
There you go.
and then we'll get your name in there.
You'll be entered.
Yeah, so we'll see.
See what
Sir Bad
happens.
Mountain. Oh, that's the. That's
A lot of
with the
viewers
fire.
today. We had a lot of people awake this Monday morning.
Yeah, they're
Way to
way
go,
ahead
guys.
of me. All right, everyone. Thanks
Oh,
for joining us.
Real quick, they wanted a fire update. I don't have one. Do you?
No, there's a fire up in Surbot that was started by lightning last week. We got an update this morning from Buster, I think it was, from Buster Johnson. But we're going to dig into that a little bit more, and we'll have more for you on it.
But that's what's affecting our air quality out here.
Well, I don't know. That's what we thought, but there was, but we saw the haze all weekend,
True.
and it didn't smell like smoke.
That's true.
So I'm thinking that it was just hazy conditions, but we'll get more information on it. We'll have something for you either on our Facebook page later on today or in the paper.
We got you, Jennifer. All right.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone. We will see you tomorrow.